Have you ever wondered why your decisions sometimes lead you astray, even when you're sure they're the right ones? It's a puzzling problem, isn't it? Well, the answer might lie in something known as mental traps. These are essentially cognitive roadblocks that can distort our perception, decision-making, and overall thought process. They're like the invisible villains in the comic book of our minds, subtly influencing our actions and sometimes leading us down paths we later regret. Understanding these mental traps is crucial, not only for personal growth but also for professional development. They can make a world of difference in how efficiently and effectively we navigate through life's complex maze. So prepare yourself to join us on a fascinating journey. Today, we will uncover the top 5 mental traps that could sabotage your success. Starting with mental trap number 5, we encounter the anchoring effect. As the name suggests, the anchoring effect is about how humans tend to stick to their first piece of information, or anchor, when making decisions. This anchor could be a price, a fact, or even a casual comment, but once it's in our minds, it can heavily influence our subsequent choices, often in ways we don't even realize. Imagine for a moment you're about to negotiate your salary. The employer throws out the first figure, and right there, that's your anchor. Even though you know you should negotiate higher from there, that initial figure tends to stick in your mind, affecting your expectations and potentially leading you to settle for less than you should. Or consider a simpler scenario. You're shopping and see a shirt marked down from $100 to $50. You feel like you're getting a bargain, right? But that's the anchoring effect at play. That original price of $100 is your anchor, making $50 seem like a steal, even if the shirt was never really worth $100 to begin with. But don't despair. There are ways to avoid this mental trap. One strategy is to always gather as much information as possible before making a decision. This helps to ensure that you're not just relying on that initial anchor. Also, be aware of the anchoring effect and actively question whether it's influencing your choices. And remember, you can always challenge the anchor. In a negotiation, for example, don't be afraid to throw out your own first figure. This can help to reset the anchor and put you in a stronger position. So the next time you find yourself about to make a decision, take a moment to consider whether the anchoring effect is at play. The first number isn't always the right one. Next on the list, we have the halo effect. You may ask, what is this halo effect? It's a psychological phenomenon that influences our perception of others based on a single attribute. Picture this. You meet someone incredibly charming, and instantly you assume they must be intelligent, kind, and trustworthy too. That's the halo effect at play, where one positive trait overshadows all other aspects of a person. Now, you may be wondering, how does this affect us? The halo effect can cloud our judgment, leading to biased decisions and skewed perceptions. In professional settings, it might cause us to overlook the shortcomings of a charismatic colleague or be dazzled by a well-spoken job candidate, ignoring their lack of qualifications. So, how do we combat this invisible influencer? First, we need to acknowledge its existence. We need to recognize that our brains are wired to make quick judgments based on limited information. It's not our fault, but we can train ourselves to be more aware. Secondly, we need to challenge our first impressions. Yes, first impressions matter, but they shouldn't be the final verdict. Dig deeper, ask questions, and seek more information before forming a solid opinion about someone. Finally, seek diverse perspectives. A single viewpoint is often narrow and skewed. Including others in your decision-making process can help mitigate the halo effect, providing a more balanced perspective. Remember, the halo effect is a potent mental trap, but with awareness and deliberate action, we can minimize its impact. Avoid letting one characteristic cloud your entire judgment. Coming in at number 3, we have confirmation bias. Now let's talk about a mental trap that's quite sneaky. It's called the confirmation bias, and it's a real doozy. You see, confirmation bias is a cognitive shortcut that our minds take when processing information. It's our tendency to favor and focus on information that confirms our existing beliefs while ignoring or discounting information that contradicts them. Imagine you're a detective and you've already decided who the culprit is. Instead of looking at all the evidence objectively, you only pay attention to the clues that point to your suspect while disregarding anything that might prove their innocence. That's confirmation bias in action. It can distort our thinking, leading us to make faulty decisions and judgments. But why do we do this? Well, it's a way of protecting our self-esteem. Our beliefs are part of our identity, and proving them wrong can feel like a personal attack. The confirmation bias helps us avoid that unpleasant feeling. However, it's crucial to understand that this bias can be detrimental. It can prevent us from seeing the truth, cause us to miss new opportunities, and even lead to conflict when we stubbornly refuse to consider other perspectives. So how do we combat this insidious bias? The first step is awareness. Once you're aware of your tendency to seek out confirming evidence, you can start to challenge it. Ask yourself, am I only looking for evidence that supports my view? Am I ignoring anything that contradicts it? Secondly, actively seek out disconfirming evidence. This might feel uncomfortable, but it's a powerful way to challenge your biases. It forces you to consider other viewpoints and helps to balance your thinking. Lastly, invite a diversity of thought. Surround yourself with people who think differently from you. Their perspectives can help you see things in a new light and challenge your preconceived notions. Remember, the aim here is not to eliminate our biases. That's nearly impossible. The goal is to become aware of them, understand their impact, and take steps to mitigate their influence. Seek out information that challenges your beliefs, not just confirms them. Almost at the top, we encounter the overconfidence effect. Now, this is a big one, a trap that many of us fall into without even realizing it. The overconfidence effect is a well-established bias where a person's subjective confidence in their judgments is reliably greater than their objective accuracy. In simpler terms, we tend to think we know more than we actually do. This mental trap can manifest in many ways. It could be overestimating your ability to finish a project within a set timeline, or underestimating the time it takes to commute to a meeting. You might be confident in your predictions about stock market trends, or believe you're immune to common cognitive biases. In all these instances, overconfidence can lead to suboptimal decisions and outcomes. So, how do you keep this mind trap at bay? Well, the first step is to simply acknowledge that overconfidence exists and that it can impact your judgments. Once you're aware of it, you can start to question your assumptions and challenge your beliefs. Next, seek feedback from others. Although it's not always pleasant, feedback can provide a reality check and help you adjust your self-perception. Lastly, embrace uncertainty and doubt. This might seem counterintuitive, especially in a world that often values unwavering confidence, but bear in mind that uncertainty can lead to more careful decision-making and ultimately better outcomes. Now, this isn't to say that confidence is bad. On the contrary, confidence is key in many areas of life. It can motivate us, make us resilient, and help us take necessary risks. But like many things in life, it's about balance. Overconfidence, on the other hand, can close our eyes to our limitations and risks, leading to poor decisions. So, as you navigate your way through life's many decisions, remember this: confidence is good, but overconfidence can be a trap. Remember, confidence is crucial, but overconfidence can lead you astray. And the number one mental trap that could be holding you back is cognitive dissonance. Think of it as an internal tug-of-war. In one corner, you have your beliefs, your values, the core facets that make you, you. In the other corner, you have your actions, the deeds you perform, and the choices you make. Cognitive dissonance is when these two heavyweights are pulling in opposite directions, creating a state of mental discomfort, a tension that craves resolution. This discord can significantly impact our decision-making. It can lead us to make choices that are inconsistent with our beliefs, merely to relieve the tension. Imagine a dedicated environmentalist who finds themselves driving a gas-guzzling car because it was a bargain. The dissonance between their actions and their beliefs could lead to justification, denial, or even changing their beliefs to align with their actions. Now, you may be wondering how we resolve this internal conflict. The key is self-awareness. Recognize when your actions are at odds with your beliefs. It's okay to feel this discomfort. It's a sign that something needs to change. Reflect on these moments and then make a conscious effort to align your actions with your beliefs. Another great tool is seeking diverse perspectives. Engage in conversations with people who think differently from you. These dialogues can challenge your beliefs and actions, helping you to resolve any dissonance. Ultimately, overcoming cognitive dissonance is a journey, not a destination. It requires ongoing reflection and a willingness to adjust your actions when they don't match your beliefs. But remember, it's a journey worth undertaking. Align your actions with your beliefs and you'll avoid this number one trap. Now that we've unmasked these mental traps, you're well equipped to avoid them. Remember, the anchoring effect can limit your perspective. But now you know how to break free. The halo effect, while seemingly innocent, can cloud your judgment. You've learned how to see through it. Confirmation bias can lead you down the wrong path, but you're now adept at navigating away from it. The overconfidence effect can distort your reality, yet you have the knowledge to stay grounded. Lastly, cognitive dissonance might try to create conflict, but you're prepared to maintain harmony. If you found this video informative, you'll love our other content. Check out our other videos and continue your journey towards better decision-making. Thank you for watching.